So we decided that we wanted to join forces. We happened to be at the same brokerage. I wanted to spend a little less time running a business. You were looking opportunities to expand your business. Our businesses were quite different in the way they function. And so it really made sense for, synergies for us to put the two businesses together. As we combined our businesses, and this is for people who might have a desire to sell a business or merge a business or something like that.
Right.
What were the things that you think worked really well, and what were the things that were challenges? And then I'll compare notes on the things that I thought worked well and what were challenges.
So you and I worked really well. Our personalities were very different from each other, and what you were really good at, I was not so great at, and the things I'm good at, you weren't. So it just kind of was a good mix of talents.
Well, and I would say that it's even one step further than that. It's that what I'm good at, you don't really even like.
Right.
And what you're good at, I don't really even like. Meaning,
right.
You could probably do all the stuff I do, and I maybe could do some of the stuff you do.
Of course.
So it really works well when you have business partners that are so different. And I would agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Now, I would say you were really pretty much single-handedly responsible for keeping the troops together, because I had a good team, you had a good team. We didn't want to lose people, and we still haven't lost people.
Right. The first thing we did was just try to understand how each operation was working.
Yep.
Instead of trying to go in and change everything drastically.
Yep.
So we made changes very slowly.
Yep.
And I think it's been really great to see some of our team members who have appreciated how one side did things versus the other. Your team always has been really 110% awesome on how they handle customer service.
Right.
So that was just such a big benefit, and things that our team had learned from your team.
But it's interesting when you take the systemization that you guys had mastered and you keep that running, and then you apply the additional, and it's not that you weren't customer service oriented, because you wouldn't have had any clients if you weren't customer service oriented. But I think we were a little more accustomed to satisfying people who were difficult to satisfy. I don't know if that would be the right way to say that.
Providing more custom support for what the client needed. We were able to, like you said, take a lot of our systems and processes and match it up with how well y'all did customer service to create something beautiful.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. And I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give the first full year, I would give it a 10. I really would give it a 10. What would you say the complications were? What would you say were some areas that were potential trip ups as we put things together?
Honestly, it was mostly very minor technology things that we came across. We were both on some similar systems, but we had duplicate systems, so we had to figure out which system to go with. So we had some agents that had to learn a new CRM.
Yes.
We had some team members that had to learn a whole new checklist system for processes.
Absolutely. For me, the biggest potential slip up is something that actually just happened to me recently, which I never realized would be a problem. So something was happening in one of our investor-oriented transactions, and I was looking at it like I would a consumer transaction, just a normal market transaction, and I'm thinking, nah, this is not right. This is not the way it is. And so I realized that now I'm dealing with people who are really experts at that type of sale, meaning we've got people on our team who know how to do an organized, systematic way to dispose of real estate assets. And I know that sounds like a real crude way to say it, but that's what it is when you're with an investor. They're reallocating their portfolio. And so I knew that what was happening was not what it appeared to be on the surface. But the person who's on our team, who's closer to it and is responsible for all that, felt differently. And I realized very quickly in that process, hey, wait a minute. She has more experience doing this than I do, and I really need to listen to her. And I'm like, you know what? I've said my piece. That's all I need. But I trust you, and I want to go with what you're saying. And I believe that transaction closed yesterday successfully for the person that I said no way would it ever close. And so for me, it's learning it's making sure that I mind my manners and don't overstep what's going on, because it could be, and especially for somebody who's been with us so long like Vicki, it could be very destructive for me to jump on her and say, no, you don't know what you're doing. We need to do something different. And so that was the main potential trip up for me.
Yeah.